Good morning, everyone. I want to begin by acknowledging that this morning we gather and we live on the ancestral, territorial, and unceded lands of the Coast Salish people, including the Cowichan tribes, the Malahat Nation, and the Saanich Nations. I also wanted to say that as we begin this celebration of awards, that it's good also to acknowledge that while we have many remarkable people in this community, people with amazing talents and skills and abilities, that this morning we're celebrating ourselves as a community. That each person that receives an award this morning has a story that involves many people that have helped that person get to where they got to. Teachers and friends and classmates and schoolmates who have inspired them and supported them and cared for them and taught them. So we celebrate this day as a community. So I invite you all to open your hearts to this experience and enjoy the successes that we have all experienced as a community that we celebrate this morning. And I'll invite Mrs. Milne to come forward and kick things off.
Good morning. Thanks, Rev. So this is the first of our 4 ceremonies that we have in the next week. And it's a little bit different to be talking to a fairly empty chapel. All of the house directors have all the certificates, pins, ties, everything that will be awarded throughout the next week. You'll get those in your houses, but we're going to invite individuals up to announce the names, read citations, and things. So this morning, we're going to start with some academic awards, and I'm going to invite Mr. Wilkie up to talk about the University of Waterloo math contests. Mr. Wilkie.
Good morning, everyone. I get the distinct pleasure of rewarding the students that participated in the math contest back in January and February. As a math guy, it is very rewarding to see 120 students in the math building writing a math contest in their own time. So congratulations to everyone. Let's start off with the Waterloo math contest results. The Pascal contest, grade 9, the winner was Moose Brown. Congratulations, Moose. Moose gets a beautiful medallion that looks like this, so congratulations, Moose. Also in grade 9, certificates of distinction students Hayden Jones and Grace Zhuang. They get a beautiful certificate that looks like this. Congratulations. The winner of grade 10, called the Kaylee contest, is Max Chong. Congratulations. And Max, you'll be receiving your medallion looking like this right now. Congratulations. Also certificates of distinction from grade 10 in the Kaylee contest. Congratulations to Mark Xiang, Roger Zhu, Ben Pickens, Ed Ashenhurst, and Sean Kelly. Congratulations. In grade 11, the Fermat contest, the top winner was Fido Fan. Congratulations, Fido, and you get a beautiful medallion looking like this. Congratulations. A certificate of distinction, also in grade 11, is Benedict Howard. Also in January, 15 of our grade 12 students wrote the AMC contest, which is the American contest. And in first place, getting a certificate looking like this, are the following: Daisy Chen, Anna Ketch, and Jenny Zhu. Congratulations. And in third place, getting a third place prize, is Mark Xiang and Yuena Tong. Congratulations to all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the math students this year, from everything and all effort they have given throughout the year, especially the contest winners. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wilkie. I'll now call up Ms. Boudreau to talk about the Murray Dawson Creative Writing Contest winners.
Good morning, everyone. We had the honor of 5 judges this year, had the honor of looking at about 40 pieces of creative writing, and today I'm going to be awarding prizes in 4 of the 6 categories. In junior poetry, in 3rd place with an award of $25 is Cayenne Miranda. In 2nd place with an award of $50 is Grace McDougall. And in 1st place with an award of $100 is Xylo Green. In the category of junior fiction, in 3rd place, $25 goes to Bonnie Shu. In 2nd place, $50 goes to Sarah McDonald. And in 1st place, with $100, Ty Edson. In the senior category for poetry, 3rd place with $125 goes to Al Lucas. 2nd place, $250 to Mackenzie Regan. And in 1st place, sitting at the back of the theater, I believe, if I'm seeing correctly, is Abby Dyer, $300. Congratulations. And finally, in the senior nonfiction category, we awarded a 1st place to Jani Zhang, $300. So congratulations to all of the writers, all of those who submitted. It was wonderful to see so many creative poems and stories and nonfiction pieces. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Boudreau. I'm now going to invite Jenny Zhu up to speak to you all about academics and other things.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jenny. Some people know me as Jenny Zhu, some know me as that smart Asian, some know me as one of the academic prefects. But who am I? How do I define myself? Throwback to the time before I came to Shawinigan, I used to be obsessed with numbers. In my old school, every student was ranked. Teachers not only ranked students compared to their classmates, but also the whole grade. For example, if I got the highest score on the test, I would rank 1st place. After each test, my parents would get a lovely text with my grades, the class average, what's my ranking in the class, and if my ranking in the particular course dropped or increased. The worst part was they knew my grades before I did. Imagine going into your math class. Instead of calling by your name, your teacher calls you by your ranking in the class. It's not very pleasant, right? Since grade 7, I was given a number. I remember in my physics class, my teacher didn't even remember my name, but referred to me as the girl that's always below the class average. At that time, no one cared about my story, my identity, but grades and ranking. At that time, however, the harder I tried to improve my grades, the more frustrated and exhausted I got. But my grades wouldn't improve no matter what. My parents would blame me for not focusing in class. My teachers would accuse me for not doing enough practice after school, and I would criticize myself for not trying hard enough. I would always have conversations with myself in my head. Sleepless, try harder. Jenny, that's not good enough. Why can't you just understand math? Jenny, you are not tired. You can't sleep after you finish that question. Jenny, why can't you just get a better grade? At that time, the obsession with numbers only made me more exhausted and less confident. No one cared about my story, how much effort I put in. What everyone saw was my grade and ranking. When I came to Shawinigan, I was shocked. There's no class ranking in the school, and I could check my grades before my parents do. Without toxic competition for ranking, I found out that classmates are allowed to work together on assignments and help each other with tests. And I don't have to beat myself up for doing worse than my classmates. I am allowed to do stuff that's not academically related, and that's how I fell in love with musical. My approach from academics slowly shifted from focus on grades to focus on interest, a shift from focus on numbers to focus on learning. Instead of obsessing with my grades, I started asking, I wonder why this is the way it is. When I stopped caring much about the grade on the report card, I began to enjoy the process of learning. The academic curiosity made learning much less exhausting. Most importantly, I'm not defined by my grades. People know me as who I am, instead of what's on my report card. As the academic prefect, I guess I need to give some sort of academic advice. Ironically, my advice for getting better grades is to stop thinking about grades. When associating learning with emotions such as curiosity and joy, I would be more willing to study. As one of the many positive consequences, I end up with better grades and a better mindset. To be honest, grades can only tell limited information about the student. I could never know how to improve my learning techniques unless I read the comments on the report card or have a conversation with my teacher. Grades can never reflect laughter and tears in the class, but my story can. If we only focus on numbers, we lose the opportunity to build a good memory with learning. In Shawinigan, the science labs are always my favorite. I can not only engage learning in a fun way, but also mess with different equipment and chemicals. My favorite part about AP Biology class is when Mr. Wilkie goes off topic about something totally random. That's when I'm most interested, and also when the class is most focused. That experience always inspires me to do more research after class about that topic. Gradually, I became more and more interested in the course that I could never imagine myself taking. I am here to share my journey with academics and hopefully to help anyone who wants to improve their academics. Not focusing on numbers helped me to build a better relationship with learning and leads to better grades. In the end, I want to answer the question from the beginning of the speech. Who am I? I am Jenny. I am 5'3" and 19 years old. Numbers matter, but they will never define me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jenny. So it's now my pleasure to announce the next round of senior and junior academic colors winners. We've done this twice already this year, and it's an opportunity for us to recognize students who have not only excelled in their academic studies and effort, but also in their scholarly approach and role modeling in their classes. The citation reads, academic colors will be awarded to students who consistently demonstrate superior effort, achievement, and leadership in their studies, while also maintaining a commitment to the many other facets of the Shawinigan program. Showing genuine interest, working to potential, and supporting classmates must be integral to a recipient's approach. Generally, students have studied at the school for more than 1 year. Senior colors are only awarded at the grade 12 level, and consideration is given to performance in both grade 11 and grade 12. Junior colors are only awarded to grade 10 students. And this year, due to many of our international students arriving late because of the pandemic, for a few, we also looked at their grade 9 standings in deciding these junior color awards. So your house directors have your pins and your ties. So pins go to junior academic colors. And this time's recipients are Ed Ashenhurst, Sarah Bagley, Charlotte Cantonwine, Dylan Compton, Grace Dice, Cece Lee, Josie Lee, Alan Liu, Jesse Luo, Lotta Nielsen, Cole Patterson, Hannah Tate, Dylan Tigeson, Abby Whitworth, Mark Jiang, and Serena Zhang. So congratulations to all of you. For senior colors, your house directors have your ties. Senior colors are presented this time to Caitlin Beck, Xinyao Chen, Leticia Parante, Lauren DeVries, Aslan Farboud, Megan Gilmore, Stephanie Gilmore, Renee Hogarth Rasmus, Amia Leroy, Liam Mays, Quinn Ransom, Mac Ratzlaff, Mackenzie Regan, Paige Roddy, Hannah Chope, Ryan Smith, and Sam Sousa. So congratulations to all of those winners. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for all of your hard work, and also all of your teachers for supporting you in your academics this year. We have an opportunity this Monday to take a photo of all of the Senior Colors recipients from both this round and last round to put a photo in the hallway. So just a reminder to all of those Senior Colors winners, please come on Monday at 4:30 and wear your academic tie with your number ones. So that's academic colors. I will now call up Tenzin to speak to us about athletics. Tenzin, come on up.
Hello everyone. Firstly, I'm honored to be here in front of you all, and I'm so thankful to Ms. Conroy and Mr. Marty for providing me with this great opportunity to share my words and experience with you all. My name is Tenzin and I'm from Nepal. As a hands-on learner, I enjoy physical activities, especially being involved in sports, which has been a great passion of mine since I was young. Coming from a developing country where I didn't have many opportunity to try sports, especially as a female, it was kind of hard for me to be seen as an athletic girl. Sports are a very important part of my relationship with my 3 siblings. We are crazy about sports, especially soccer. Since we are the first generation to introduce sports in our family, it is quite difficult to convince our family that sports are not only designed for the male. However, I study in boarding school called SMD, which takes in uneducated Himalayan girls and boys from Nepal. In SMD, we only have 2 sports, basketball and soccer, with just 1 field for each. We don't have any coaches for sports, but the senior students step up and help the younger students to learn. Mostly, we had to learn by ourselves, like copy and paste. I remember when I was in grade 7, I was crazy about soccer. Every time I was just thinking about how could I score better and how could I do a backflip trick shot when I got the ball. I dreamt about shooting the ball like Beckham and Messi. I had a scrapbook filled with pictures of them and dreamed about playing for Nepal's national soccer team. Every day during my last block, I was unable to pay attention to my class because I was fantasizing about running to the soccer pitch at full speed to reserve the soccer pitch before the boys could. My time participating in the soccer and basketball teams at SMD school taught me that sport transcends barriers, whether it is geographical, cultural, or gender. When I first came to Shawinigan, I was astounded by all of the fields and sports equipment that students had access to. I couldn't wait to experiment with each and every new pieces of equipment, though I assumed I would mostly play soccer. I remember I saw a few grade 12 girls in Strathcona carrying a rugby ball, passing to each other. At that time, I wondered, how did they play this strange egg-shaped ball? And what is that sports called? I was full of wonders. On one night, I was in my room, and Miss Atkins was on duty in Strathcona. She came to my room, and we chatted for a while. Afterwards, I soon discovered that she was a rugby coach. When she said she was a rugby coach, I thought to myself, what kind of sport is that? And then she showed me Jerry's pictures with rugby ball. Then I realized that those girls I had seen earlier had been playing rugby. Miss Atkins then introduced me to the sports and all the rugby intents. Soon I was bursting to join rugby. I had no idea how rugby worked, and I thought it was very simple and easy sport. So in grade 11, I joined rugby, met my 3 coaches, Miss Atkins, Miss Russell, and Miss Robb. All 3 were the most smiley, supportive, and encouraging coaches I have ever had. During my first rugby practice, I was like, this is such a competitive sport. So of course, I really like it because I love challenging sports where you can be aggressive and you can tackle people. I just want to say thank you so much to all my coaches. Miss Atkins, you are like my mom here, and I'm so glad you told me to try rugby. You are a very strong coach with a kind heart and so much compassion. Miss Russell, When I first saw you on the rugby field, I was like, oh my God, she's so cool. And then you really inspired me to be like you. Also, when I found out that you are captain of Canadian national rugby team, I feel so special to be coached by you. And right away, I told my sister, and she said she was so jealous of me. Miss Rob, I was so happy and supportive when I first saw you in the field because I already knew you from summer camp, and you have that positive energy which always cheers me up. You are very speedy, which motivates me to run like you when I'm in the field. I just want to say that you three are the first coaches I have ever had in my life. I feel so supported, encouraged, and loved by you three. You are not just coach for me. You are like my family here, and I feel so lucky to have learned from you in my time at the school. To all my rugby teammates, thank you for your positive spirit and for never letting me feel down. Experiencing new sports or trying new things can show you who you are and what really makes you happy. Learning to play rugby showed me how each person can find a source of freedom and release in their life. And I hope that you will someday find this source in your own life. It can be intimidating to try new hobbies and sports, but I encourage you to take advantage of each opportunity that comes your way. I know that I will continue to find my joy in the moments I have left in my teammates here, but I too look forward to finding another source of my joy in the future. Finally, I would like to thank all the teachers, support staff, and my friends for your love, care, and support. And you have truly become my family here. Because of all of you, I now have high hopes for what I can do for my people in my village to help them and bring them access to health facility and education and many different sectors. Your kindness is what has led me to standing in front of you all today with a bundle of academic knowledge and experience slung over my shoulder. Without you, I will be working in a field as an uneducated girl in Nepal by now. Now I have an opportunity to pass on that bundle to friends and students in Nepal. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tenzin. Mr. Murdy to present athletic colors.
Good morning, everybody here, and also to the houses and parents that are watching this. First, I'd like to thank Tenzin for sharing her story with us. It's an amazing story and really hits home to me just why we place so much value on sport here at the school and the important life's lessons that we can take from being involved in competitive situations and testing ourselves and showing the courage to try new things. So thank you very much, Tenzin, for sharing your story with us. For the rest of the students here, obviously everybody knows that sport is compulsory, as is the 360 and obviously academics here at the school, which make it a unique experience being a Shawnigan student. So I think the common theme here in all of these awards and pins and ties that are being presented today is that they're based on the school values, which is hard work and letting the awards or rewards going to those that have earned them. So congratulations to everybody, whether it be fine art, 360, academic, or athletics for today's honor that you're receiving. Just as a reminder, for junior sport colors, you need to receive 2 nominations. So some athletes will have already received their junior color pins. Some athletes would have just received their first nomination. So today, we'll be recognizing those junior athletes that have received their second nomination and will be receiving their pins. For seniors, it's a little bit different. You can receive single, double, and triple colors. And that's based on the fact that it's a much more challenging and demanding time in your lives with the academic pressures and all the other university applications and things that go along with being a senior student here at the school. So again, that's a special recognition for those athletes that are able to achieve any one of those 3 different distinctions. So, starting off with golf, receiving his junior color pin, Adam Hidlay. In rowing, receiving their junior color pins, Ian Gilmore, Gabe Dyer, Ty Edson, Alan Liu, Emma Bishop, Grace Dice, and Dalen Middlemas. Seniors, receiving their single athletic color tie, Emma Wolf, Jenny Zhu, and Anna Ketch. Receiving their double athletic colors ties, Liam Mays, Daniel Davidson, Megan Gilmore, Jasmine Wheeler, and Kate Sutherland. Receiving triple colors, Alexi Fulton. So congratulations to all those athletes from rowing and golf. And now we're going to move into boys rugby. Receiving junior colors with their second nomination, Kyan Miranda, Ben Bishop, and Xylo Green. Receiving senior athletic colors double athletic colors, Rintaro Irabi, and receiving triple athletic colors, Craig Mitchell-Herman, Tom Morrissey, Ted Champion, Saya Tanaka-Campbell, Jack Lavelle, Aidan Doherty, Jordan Dixon, Henry Gottschalk, William Fournier, Jonathan Stridham, and Jake Brown. So congratulations to all those boys receiving their athletic colors ties for rugby. In squash, receiving junior colors pins for their second nomination, Diana Lee, Celine Z, and Josie Lee. In tennis, receiving senior athletic colors are Leticia Parente, Abby Kay, those are their double athletic colors, and receiving single athletic colors, sorry for the order there, Gigi Lee, Shidi Wu, Vivek Rao, and James Forrest. Receiving athletic colors, single athletic colors for dance, Lin Bui and Jenny Zhu. And in outdoors, receiving senior athletic colors, double athletic colors, Alexander Roxon, and triple athletic colors, Keely Ralph. So congratulations to all those athletes. Into cross country, receiving their junior colors pin, Peyton Bowmans. And now for girls rugby, receiving junior colors, Sarah Bagley, Charlotte Cantonwine, Minnie Trinningham. Receiving athletic colors for seniors, single athletic colors, again for girls rugby, Davis Gage, double athletic colors, Jasmine Bales, Tenzin Lama, Hikari Yokoyama. Receiving triple athletic colors, Jerry Atkins, Amia Leroy, and Jill Turco. It's also worth noting there that Lexi was also nominated for rugby as well as rowing. We don't have a quadruple athletic colors award here. Receiving senior athletic colors for badminton, and this would be double athletic colors, Laura Lynn. Receiving triple athletic colors, again for badminton, Allison Moore and Mac Ratzlaff. Receiving their junior athletic color pins for soccer, girls soccer, Anastasia Kaiser, Mia Lee, and Ilani Perk, and Hannah Tate, sorry. So those three girls will be receiving their junior pins, and receiving senior athletic colors for soccer. And this is starting off with a single athletic colors tie, Mia Fahey, Caitlin Beck, Stephanie Gilmore, Nicole Zhang, and Sienna Van Rosen. Receiving double athletic colors, Aubrey Chrysler, Mimi Gabani, Renee Hogarth Rasmus, Cadence Johnson, Paige Murdy, Mackenzie Regan, and Paige Wilson. Receiving triple athletic colors, Abby Dyer, Paige Roddy. And that's it for our athletic colors for today. So congratulations to all those students that were recognized, and my final thank you goes to all the coaches and staff, support staff, which is the athletic therapists, as well as the people that help keep the fields and the ice arenas and all of the facilities well taken care of. Thank you so much for all your time and efforts, and I look forward to working with you all next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Murdy. We'll now invite Christian Shoemaker up to give a speech about 360.
Morning, everyone. I'm Christian, more often known as Shoey, and if you've never heard of Shoey, then I'm the guy in grade 12 who likes fishing a little too much. Since I was born, much of my family time revolved around fishing, and as I grew up, it became one of my most cherished activities. When I was 8 years old, I took up fly fishing, and soon after began to tie my own flies. When I first arrived at Shawnigan, just a little guy, about 5'6" and 95 pounds, or for some perspective, about the size of my roommate Aslan, I quickly and eagerly discovered that there was in fact a fly tie in fine art at the school. I moseyed my way down to the first 360 fair of the year, a full box of flies in hand, and extremely excited to meet my new instructor. When I arrived, I met a short French guy, a man who I soon learned was one of the funniest people I'd ever meet, and someone who would also become one of my good friends. If you've been at the school for any substantial amount of time, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. French teacher, fly tying instructor, and comedian extraordinaire. His name was Mr. Rousseau. Personally, I've been in fly tying for a full 5 years at Shawnigan, and have had the experience of both learning and teaching the 360 program. At the start of this year, I learned that Mr. Rousseau had left the school, and as you can probably guess, I was quite upset. I cannot explain how much I learned from him, and I'm sure some of my buddies, such as Marsh and Cole, can vouch for the amount of laughter he brought to us. That aside, I was worried about what would happen to the fly tying 360, but I was very delighted when Mr. Mays asked to meet with me about continuing the 360 at the school. He asked if I had any interest in instructing the activity, and as you can probably guess, I happily said yes. To be honest, I was a bit nervous about the whole thing. I mean, it's difficult enough to get one kid to sit down and relax enough to wrap thread on a hook, let alone getting 16 kids to do the same thing in unison. This problem is only made exponentially more difficult when you're teaching guys such as Mark and Torben, who struggle with sitting still as it is. Soon enough, I was feeling comfortable instructing the group and quickly began to feel the rewards of seeing others succeed in an activity I valued so much. Another core part of the 360 is the opportunity to fish on the lake in the springtime. And I was determined to make sure that we'd have the opportunity to do this year. After getting some help from both Mr. Bowmans and Mr. Mays, we took our first group out on the coach boats. A crucial part of fly fishing is mastering the cast, which for some takes some time. Coming back to Torben, after a brief casting instruction, he and Hayden departed on their first fishing adventure. Within about 15 minutes, and unsurprised, I heard a shriek and found Hayden with a bullet-shaped wound on the top of his head, created by the lead bead of Torben's fly. Of course, Torben was laughing, and Hayden, well, to say the least, he was exceptionally unhappy. For me, it's these funny and sometimes even painful experiences that are truly memorable. And I'm sure each of you in your respective fine arts can recall a similar story. Believe it or not, you will never be able to forget these moments, and you'll cherish them for the rest of your life. For me, fly tying has been a way to make new friends and connections. Both inside and outside of the school, I've been able to enjoy fly tying, and it has taken me to places I would never have expected. From a flat tire on a logging road on the west coast of Vancouver Island, stranded without cell service, to a trip to Terrace in the middle of winter, I've been able to see many extraordinary things as a result of the 360. I guess what I'm trying to get at is fine art is much more than just a chore you have to do after school. If it does feel like a chore, maybe you aren't in the right 360, or maybe you simply aren't putting enough effort in. It is one of my beliefs, as I recently wrote in my This I Believe speech, that we must find a passion that provides us with a sense of freedom. For me, fly tying and fishing alike is where I find this. For some, it is sport instead of fine art, and for others, it is academics, and all are totally okay. The activity is entirely irrelevant, but what the activity provides you with is what I believe is more important. I'll never be able to truly live up to the legend of Mr. Rousseau, but I can say that I truly tried my best this year. I want to congratulate everyone who receives colors today, and I want to also wish everybody a relaxing summer. Special thanks to Mr. McLeod, Mr. Mays, and Mr. Bowmans for all the help this year, both on and off the water. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Christian. Mr. McLeod for 360 Colors.
Thank you, Shui. When we all learned that Monsieur Reserveau would not be returning this year, there was a general feeling of, well, maybe we just won't be able to offer fly tying this year. The start of the school year was quickly approaching, and fly tying instructors are a rare breed. We posted job ads, but alas, there were no bites. In a final Hail Mary, Mr. Mays called a local fly tying club and asked if they knew anyone. They did. They said the best fly tying instructor around was a man by the name of Christian Shoemaker. So again, thank you, Shuey. And thank you as well to Keely Ralph, another amazing student leader in astronomy imaging. Thank you both for the passion that you have brought that has inspired others. That is our ultimate goal in 360. This year, we very deliberately changed the name of our after-school program. What was once, and still often known as fine art, transformed about 5 or 6 years ago to arts and activities, to acknowledge the fact that our programs were not just artistic pursuits. But even that moniker didn't do the program justice. 360, one full rotation, a complete circle, opening up your eyes to the world around you, broadening your horizons, broadening your perspective, becoming a well-rounded individual. Today we celebrate a number of those individuals who have truly found their passion. And I want you all to know the internal struggle we face as teachers and instructors when nominating students for colors. We love the programs we lead. We love the students we teach, and our natural inclination is to say, colors for everyone. But colors are not participation ribbons. They are not awarded lightly. In fact, they are agonized over for fear of implying that those students who did not receive colors are not good enough, or that they have not found their passion. But after the year we have had, we know that is not true. We see the passion and the creativity every day. We currently see it in the hallway of the main building, in Mitchell Hall, and in Duke's. We've seen it this past week in Kay's Garden. Colors are for those whose passion is evident every single day, without fail, without faltering. They inspire those around them. They inspire their teachers. They keep the passion and the fire alive. The official citation for 360 Colors reads as follows. Colors are awarded to students who demonstrate leadership, superior effort and attitude, faithful and enthusiastic commitment, and a solid skill development in the 360 program. They are role models and paragons for the programs they represent. Recipients will be in either grade 10 for junior colors or grade 12 for senior colors, and will generally have had 2 years of outstanding service in these after-school programs. And so we begin with junior colors. For boat building, Rahia Castanoli. For clayworks, Kiara Hall. For dance, Aitana Amezqua. For digital illustration, Max Huang and Jason Lee. For figure skating, Arnica Bulmer. For fly tying, Ingrid Hopkins. For Model UN, Henri Gave. For musical theater, Sophia Atkins, Charlotte Cantonwine, Olivia Robinson, and Serena Zhang. For Poetry Club, Aveline Hladich. For recording arts, Hanomi Komoto. For robotics, Zylo Green, Sarah McDonald, and Ben Pickens. For rock band, Selena C. For Spud, Gabe Dyer. For Stitch Lab, Jenny Liu and Grace McDougall. For studio art, Isabel Chung, Grace Dice, and Ava Krisnick. For watercolor and Sumi E, Max Chung, Diana Lee, Ashley Mack, Sophie Ng, Rudy Tzindi, Celine Z. And for woodwork, Ian Brown and Spencer Sang. And now, senior colors. For boat building, Alex Reddle and Damon Kwok. For clayworks, Noelle Mason, Allison Moore, Sienna Van Rosen, Jasmine Wheeler, and Paige Wilson. For cooking for life, Jack Lavelle. For dance, Paige Murdy. For digital illustration, Lynn Bui. For fly tying, James Heimbecker. For homework helpers, Ethan David and Cindy Wang. For Model UN, Ainsley Fawcett. For musical theater, Lauren DeVries, Abby Dyer, Mia Fay, Stephanie Gilmore, Chelsea Wong, and Jenny Zhu. For poetry club, Justin Winterlich. For recording arts, Ella McGilvery, Aaron Oldfield, Ruben Shepard, and Hikari Yokoyama. For search and rescue, Alexi Fulton and Megan Gilmore. For Stitch Lab, Caitlin Beck, Beatrice McIntosh, and Henry Young. For studio art, Yuena Tong. And for woodwork, Craig Mitchell-Herman and Jill Turco. Congratulations to our 360 Colors recipients and to all Colors recipients this morning. And a very special congratulations to those who we have heard today have achieved colors in academics, athletics, and 360. And finally, thank you to the whole community for persevering throughout the year and for not merely persevering, not merely surviving, but for thriving together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. McLeod. Over to our headmaster.
Morning all, and I want to echo what the Rev said at the beginning, that I think one of the things that distinguishes Shawnigan is that we celebrate each other's success, not just our own success. Thank you for all of our speakers. What an incredible sort of set of speeches we just had there. My simple message to you is wear these pins with pride. You know, have this moment of incredible pride in terms of your achievements. And when I walked into chapel, Tenzin said to me, "Ooh, I love your muffler." I am wearing an absurdly long scarf. And last night, I dug it out. 30 years on, I still have my field hockey colours from school, with the colours identifying which particular sport. And our laundry ladies and house matrons at my boarding school used to knit these for us. I don't know how long they took them. And then if we won them, why I've still got it? I've not worn it for 30 years. In fact, it smells slightly like mothballs, but I still have it, and it brings back strong memories this morning. I have a book, T.S. Eliot's Collected Works, which I was able to buy with an academic award when I was at school. I have a tie that I won at college for my contributions to soccer, rugby, and cricket. And when I was at university, we were expected to wear our colours every Thursday. So I still wear it, and you're thinking, how sad. But if you've ever seen me on Thursdays in my professional career, I have always worn this tie, and it has survived quite well over 25 years or so. And I still wear it on Thursdays, and it helped. Mr. Anctil always notices it. Mrs. Platt sometimes notices it, Mr. McDaniel. But Mr. Anctil said to me last Thursday as I visited the Copeman's table, said, you know, I love it. It always reminds me it's Thursday. So I'm breaking with tradition, and I'm sporting it today. But back to my message. Treasure your colours. Treasure your pins. They will be a source of great memories in the future. Great friendships, great achievement. Keep them somewhere. Bring them out. Show your children. Show your grandchildren. And that really does fit with our motto, Parmam qui merat ferat. And turning to something else, I just want to reference that we have had the sorting hat this morning for Levine and Stanton. As I drove between Stanton and Levine, I was with Mr. Goodman, who was filling it. filming it, and he said, as we were driving, he said, I've only been here a year, but I'm so incredibly struck by the welcoming communities we have here in the houses. He said, I went to school within the public system, but I am just so amazed as to how welcoming we are and how we foster belonging. And it was really lovely for me to hear that from a new member of staff. So thanks to those grade 12s and other students who've received these newbies into your house. I know they're with you for the day. Please take good care of them. And I also just want to mention the musical. We have the 4 C's, and the last one is courage. And I really was struck. I think I was pretty much at every show during the week, but by the level of courage for those who it's their natural stage and arena to step forth, and for those who really had to sort of draw into that well of courage to step forward, to dance, to be part of that. And completely struck by what a wonderful group of staff we had supporting it, what a wonderful cast and backstage crew, and just to applaud you because you have lifted our spirits in the penultimate week of term, and you have propelled us into this weekend and into the last week of term. So thanks, Mr. McLeod, and it's good to have Abby here as well at the back. But amazing stuff to all of you. We've got the amazing race this afternoon. We've got soccer tournaments tomorrow. The staff will be out for the last soccer tournament. I believe they remain undefeated, so the gauntlet is thrown to the students as to whether you can turn the tide. Over to you, Rev.
Thank you, Mr. Lammett. Lunch awaits. So many beautiful, rich words have been spoken this morning, so I won't really add much except to say that I hope you feel the same deep depth of pride of being part of this community that I feel this morning. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful final week, and go with God's blessing.
Great stuff, guys. Can I have copies?
On everybody.